Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bleach Manga Chapter 666, the triple digits live reaction and review. Oh god, I wasn't expecting it to be out so early, but apparently, well, One Piece was out, but that was a while ago. So I was just like, oh, is Bleach going to be out? But now I was just like, didn't it say that Cooper was ill a while ago? But I think that was 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm not really good with time frame. So yeah, let us begin where we left off from my saltiness to a fault. I was actually okay with it. How quickly the tides can turn. Oh, my boys. It's like watching your two sons fight. So you're actually able to move now. That's rather remarkable. I had completely underestimated you. The hell? I skew you, yank out your heart, and you're still breathing? Tough son of a bitch. I healed him. What? While he was on the way here. Oh, right. I thought that was Urahara in thing to Askin. The Urahara who had their masks ripped off by Aizen, when resurrected, the Urahara Reiatsu is completely transformed into a hollow Reiatsu, so I thought that bit of information might prove useful during battle. You were anticipating that far ahead? Oh yeah, because of the poison. Oh, so he healed him and he was able to go into his release state and he was immune to the poison. Ah. Not at all. Like I just said, I simply thought it might prove interesting. That's why I was prepared for it. I always come expecting 1,000 what-if scenarios just so I'm never caught with my pants down. Ready for and able to act on any fathomable possibility that may occur. I can't help but dot all my I's and cross all my T's. That's way too extreme. What's that now? Whoa. We're talking about war. If you lose, you're dead. It's no different from what everyone does. Preparing and pushing yourself to the brink so you give yourself the best odds of survival. Jesus, that is sinister. That's the first time I've ever seen Urahara look like that. I see. You've got quite the frightening drive. I think at last I'm beginning to fully Whoa. Grimmy, what was that for? Does this guy ever shut up? He was boring me to death. Grimmjow. Our agreement was for me to see your enemy through to his death, so this completes our contract. What? That was the contract? Wait, what? Whoa, what's going on? What is this? Oh, there's one last thing I'd like to say. Son of a, you're still alive? Upon my death, the power of my gift ball deluxe magnifies. Oh, hold on a moment. Right, there we are. Magnifies. What concerns me is this is something you made sure even you wouldn't get caught up in, and it just got triggered from you falling unconscious. I'd love to say you earned my respect, but I'm afraid all you've done here has been for naught. You've clearly no strength left to escape. So let me apologize in advance. But I'm sure Mr. I'm never caught within my pants down will manage to figure out something. Ah, fuck. At this point I'd sound like a broken record, so I won't bother going through the whole lethal spiel again. Whoa. Shit. Screw this, there's no way. I'm gonna let this thing like this be the end of me. I can't believe it. It really did come down to one of the 5 possibilities you mentioned. What? Nelly L? Oh, my girl. Inside there are 4 Ryatsus. This is gonna turn out to be the worst return trip ever. Let's see the entrance. What the? It's so tiny. Wait, what? Jeez, I was so looking forward to meeting up with Ichigo too. That would be quite lel. Oh god. Benahime's falling. Looks like this is the end of the road for me. Forgive me for leaving everything to you on your way. Oh, Kurosaki. Oh! It's bloody Gerald. Well, it's not Gerald, it's Gerhard. I said Gerhard. Gerard. Okay, looks like we'll need a plan B. That's one tough bastard. Did you really think your dainty ice acrobatics like these would be enough to stop the likes of me? Probably. Oh, God. Oh, Byakuya. Captain Hitsugaya, tackling such a foe one-on-one is a summit you cannot hope to reach. You'll need my assistance. Fine. Although, if I stood on top of you, we'd still be well short of reaching the top of the summit. That face. What, I'm not allowed to make jokes? Oh, come on. Me making a height joke? That was gold. Yes, my sides are killing me. Forgive my stubbornness. There was nothing sudden about it. If you're gonna give me a pity laugh, at least put more emotion into it and look me in the eyes, damn it. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, serious oh, who did that? Oh, Kenny! The fuck's going on here? Captain's holding hands and singing Kumbaya. I just threw up a little in my mouth. Terrific. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. Oh, that was beautiful. Looks like he's about to make up for what happened with Perdina. Be right back. Okay, last week I think I hit the ball when I said that Urahara specifically targeted him because he seemed too prepared for someone that he's only just met. Like, I can't remember my words exactly, but with Grimmjow saying our agreement was for me to see your enemy through to his death. Like, I read it over just again to be safe. This isn't the second time, this is the third time, before going to the review section, that he was specifically referring to Askin, and he was. So, the fact that Urahara specifically created a contract with Grimmjow prior to, obviously, with him saving Urahara, with him saving him from Kliege, means that Urahara knew of the Sturmritters long before we did. That's what I'm reading for now. I could be reading too much into it, I will not lie. But ever since we found out about the contract, way back when, I think it was chapter 512, no, 512 was when we saw a sword. I think it was 520 something? Could be wrong. Because 44 or 47 was when we saw his foot in the Fuego Mundo. But yeah, it was when he had the conversation with Cone. Well, not Cone. When Cone was... Yeah, you get the idea. So yeah. Whether or not Askin is... like Lily and Perdina and Gerhard in that regard, and Grammy too, if he was a part of the first generation of Sturmritters instead of the second, because I always thought he was a part of the second, like Candice and Mananas and all that. Now, of course, those two aren't really confirmed, but I get the feeling that they're a part of the second generation of Sturmritters. But I suppose Lily can be considered the second generation as well. Like, first generation as far as recruitment goes, but then second generation as far as powers given go. But yeah. Urahara has always been this mysterious character that is undeniable. And with this panel alone, it just makes me wonder, like, how much did he know? Because if he knew quite a fair bit, couldn't he have prevented the invasion? Or at least put steps to stopping it, at least? Now, of course, if he never saw them for a certain amount of time, he couldn't have prevented some stuff, like, you know, the Bankais being stolen. But obviously that has been reversed, but at the time. You know? So, yeah. The next part I find funny. At first I thought Urahara was actually going to kick the bucket to a fault. Not dying, obviously, out of fight. Now, he is out of fight, but to see that he had a backup for a backup, so the first backup being Grimmjow and the second backup being Nelly L, it just makes me wonder, what else has he prepared? Because Kubo has to be very careful with his wording when it comes down to this, because obviously, like, you know, if he's prepared something for Askin, is he prepared something for Juhar or whatever? But obviously, you know, with the far-seeing powers, it's a little bit on the iffy side as far as things go. So yeah, Nelly L is gone to save Grimmjow and Urahara. And then we return to Gerard versus Toshiro. And to actually see banter between Toshiro and Byakuya, and him actually showing more emotion, I just love this. I just love that section. This section sold the chapter for me. It actually made up for Askin's death, because he's dead now. He's dead. But the fact that he stayed alive, though, just for that short amount of time, was beautiful. Like, he was strong. Oh, and from the looks of it, now that I'm scrolling down, Toshiro's lost 2 flower petals. Okay. But yeah. Gerard's arm gets chopped off after, you know, the bit of banter, and then Kenny comes in. Captain's holding hands and singing Kumbaya. Oh, that's just beautiful. So yeah. This chapter, while simplistic in some regard, was actually quite good. It was very informative. We know what the Pact is, and more questions have arisen. And we had a nice comedic section, which is always welcome, especially when it comes down to Byakuya. And, you know, Kenny finally returning after, you know, being done in by Mayuri to a fault. So yeah, Kenny versus Gerard incoming. See you next time.